Hi guys, Katie here. Welcome back to my channel. I'm excited to take you guys thrifting today because I've been on a super tight budget, and today I found several really awesome items for under $1. This does not happen very often. Even at thrift stores, prices are getting a little bit higher, and it's not too often that I can find things for just the change in my pocket. So I'm going to take you guys on my little adventure and show you guys some of the things that I found and some of the things that I passed on. Up first, I just showed you guys that cute little snack set. It was on the 75% off table. I wish people liked those, but they are a very tough sell. So I left that behind. Also, a cute little kitschy thing I spotted today was this lobster claw oven mitt. These cute little celery salt and pepper shakers. I mean, when is the last time you guys saw celery salt and pepper shakers? I don't think I've ever seen them. I also spotted these Ray Dunn canisters. They would be perfect, of course, for Valentine's Day. The price on them was pretty decent. I think they were around $5.99 to $6.99 each. If it was the Valentine's Day season, I might snag these and put these in my booth. But for now, I left those behind, and I'm sure a collector will come along and just be absolutely thrilled to find them. I thought these were fun. I didn't buy them, but I just got a kick out of the little earmuffs on the birds. These are little votive holders, and I thought they would be perfect for my house because you do need earmuffs 90% of the time with some of the language that goes on. Now for something I did snag, these wonderful little vintage jack-o'-lantern candy buckets. These were only 59 cents each. I could not believe it. These immediately went into my cart. I've never found them that cheap before. Those are worth about $15 if I was to resell them, but I might go ahead and keep them for my own display. You guys can see the thrift was really, really packed today. And while I was shooting this little shot here, I spotted something in the corner. This is a wonderful vintage left-in wall pocket. Anything with the birds, bluebirds or little songbirds, is highly collectible. $3.99. It does have some cracks, but the front is in absolutely perfect shape, and to me that's all that matters. So for $3.99, I went ahead and added that to my cart. I'm going to take it home with me to display, but I did find similar ones on eBay for around $50. I also spotted this vintage flower pot. I do believe this is McCoy. They had $3.99 on it. The shape was a little rough. It's something that I would use for myself if I grabbed it. But for $3.99, I went ahead and put that back. I might wait to see if it's there on a sale day. This guy was fun. It's a crochet Scotty dog pillow. $3.99 on that. This isn't going to be there long. As soon as I left it behind, I regretted it. I would have just taken it to resale, but it was just one of those pieces that's so kitschy and quirky. You can see it was just hidden along here in the rest of the decorative pillows. But I did want to add that to this video. Someone donated some gorgeous pottery. I did love that little piano planter. There was also this little neat paperweight, and you can see that was really reasonably priced. And they had some other great pottery pieces. These were a little high, at least, high for resale, but not high if you're a collector. They were all in decent shape. Also, I came across these cute little, for 99 cents, these little white pottery miniature planters, and this guy was kind of cool. He was like a monk, kind of like, I believe it was like a whiskey decanter. The head came off. This is the tiniest little flower frog I have ever seen. That was only 99 cents. Little pottery piece. Neat cast iron lion. And they did have a lot of, quote unquote collectibles put out today. They put a little bit of a higher price on these items, but nothing that really caught my interest too much. Just beautiful things to look at that I wanted to show you. I did love, it's this kind of gothic little arts and crafts candelabra. That was 99 cents. I thought that was entirely too sweet. I don't know if that's a little dollhouse piece or something similar. I fell in love with these mushroom wind chimes. I was like, oh yes, I'm grabbing these right this second. But I didn't like the display that they were on. I didn't like the orange beads on them. And I didn't like the metal welcome at the top. So I decided to leave those behind. It was a hard pass, hard thing to pass up because I thought the pottery mushrooms were just absolutely beautiful. I wanted to buy this basket just for the little frog on it. Hello, he's so cute. So cute that I had to add him to this video. Looking at the teacups, I am always looking for Paragon and Shelley teacups. Those sell really well, usually on eBay and online. They did not have any today, but I did want to look. Right below was a huge collection of old juice reamers. It was so wild to see that many juice reamers in one place. They were all just the clear glass. If they were depression glass or jadeite, I might have taken another look at them. These are really cool. These were only 59 cents each. These are old phlebotomy little beakers that would have been used in the medical field. These actually sell really well, as medical things usually do on eBay. So for 59 cents each, again, I was thrilled to find something under $1. I snagged 2 of those. I also grabbed this book. It was a first edition, The Heritage of Hatcher Ide. And I believe this was right around $1. It is in decent shape. I looked up some comps. I think I might be able to sell it well. Unfortunately, it wasn't one of the reduced to a quarter books, but I still went ahead and grabbed it. A reduced book I did get is this book about bringing out your inner goddess. It was only a quarter, and I thought, I'm willing to spend a quarter in order to learn how to bring out my inner goddess. So this came home with me, and I'm excited to read it. I'll report back to you guys on that one. I've been browsing the mugs because these are always quick sellers in my booth. They did have some Pyrex ones, but they were $1.99. $2 is right around what I would sell them for. Nothing else really caught my eye. I also did some browsing in the puzzles because vintage puzzles seem to be having a moment right now, but I did not see much. I'm also always looking for old board games that have cool boards. This one stuck out. I did love this Peanuts one. I wish I had the patience to put it together. But browsing over in the kitchenwares, I thought these little clips were so cute. $1.99, so I decided to pass on them. But they just are kind of cute little 1950s, snack clips and things like that. And I just love little interesting things like that. But for $1.99, they had to stay there. I've also been looking for cookie cutters because with the holiday season coming up, holiday cookie cutters tend to sell really well in my booth. They had a couple bags full for a couple bucks each. Those look like cookie stamps. And then there's a couple different, little gatherings of cookie cutters here. I'm specifically looking for either really unique shapes or the metal cookie cutters that have the wooden painted handles, because those seem to sell really well for me. But I do have to buy them cheap because I don't get a whole lot for them. They're just fast sellers that I love to be able to have in the booth if I can find them at a great price. I did like this enamelware pot. It was a little much for me to pay, but definitely worth it. It'd be cute with a fairy garden or pumpkins or something like that in it. They also had some old Tupperware. This reminds me so much of my mom. I believe that one she kept lettuce in. And of course we used these orange ones for leftovers all the time. They had about $3, $4, $5 on some of these pieces, which seems to be about the going rate. Now this item didn't fall in my frugal category. It was more than $1. I paid $3.99 for this jar. And I don't even know why. I think I love the graphics on it. It's an old refrigerator storage jar. I just thought it was beautiful. I'm going to put it in my kitchen. And that's why I was willing to pay a little bit more for it. I also found something else I'm going to keep for myself for just 99 cents. I got this adorable pear sun catcher. and I love the old 1970s sun catchers. So both of these items will be going home with me. They did have a lot of nice little canning jars and things like that, more juice reamers. So just a quick inventory of all of my frugal finds from this trip. For under $1, I got that really cool first edition book. I also got the book on how to be a goddess, which I think is just going to pay for itself times 20. I also got the two really cool medical beakers for 59 cents each. And I also got those two amazing vintage pumpkin candy pails for 59 cents each. To find that many items for under $1 at the thrift is just absolutely thrilling for me. Oh, and I also got the little sun catcher. Did I mention that already? I'm not sure. So for me, it was worth picking up the other two items at $3.99 each, that being the Lefton bird wall pocket and the really neat kitchen storage jar. So it was one of those trips where I was able to get out really cheap and in the single digits, which is always exciting. So before I head out, I'll just show you guys, they've started to put a lot of their Halloween out. I thought this little guy would be super cute in like a Halloween fairy garden. There were also, you guys can see all of the little knickknacks and things like that that they have, and, pumpkin and jack-o'-lantern themes, so it's always fun to see. Heading towards the checkout, I also saw all these glass flower frogs. I love flower frogs. The clear glass are a lot less collectible, and they had these priced at about what I would sell them for. So I did just want to show you guys that little collection. So that about sums it up for this trip. I am so excited to have found so many things under $1. I hope you guys are having a wonderful week and soon to be weekend. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I appreciate every minute you spend here. Have a great week and happy thrifting.